All right, guys, we've got some what they call special equations. So if you have a squared plus a plus b in parentheses squared, that's the same as a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared. The second special equation, you have a minus b squared. That's the same as a squared minus 2 times a times b. Oh, and that should say plus b squared. And then our last special equation is if you have a times b, a plus b times a minus b, that's the same as saying a squared minus b squared. Okay, so here's our first example. A lot of times what I will see is x squared plus 9, and this does not equal that, okay? As we have learned, this is the same as x plus 3 times x plus 3. And so if you FOIL, you have x times x giving you x squared, x times 3, which gives you 3x, plus 3 times x, which gives you 3x, and 3 times 3, which gives you plus 9. When I combine my like terms, that gives me x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, but to be honest, I sit there and learn that rule. I use my a is equal to x, my b is equal to 3, and it was a squared plus 2 times ab plus b squared. So a is x, so I'm going to replace a with x, plus 2 times x times 3 plus 3 squared. So effectively that gives me x squared plus 6x plus 9. And if you get these rules down, just practice using them. I don't care if you expand and do this on the test and FOIL, or if you use this method. But while you do the homework, try using this method to get more comfortable doing it this way. Here's another example. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use my a minus b squared. So that tells me my solution set should be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. A is equal to 7x and b is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm going to replace this with 7x and I'm going to square it. Minus 2 times 7x times 5 plus 5 squared. Okay. Square of 7. 7 times 7 is 49. X squared is x squared. Minus 2 times 7 is 14. 14 times 5 is 70. X plus 5 squared is 25. All right, moving on. Another example. Again, this is a special case. This is my a plus b squared. So I need to put it in a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So here I go. A squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared. A is equal to x squared. B is equal to 0.8. So I would have, so I have x squared squared plus 2 times x squared times 0.8 plus 0.8 squared. Okay, 2 times 2, power to a power, we're multiplying, so that gives me 4 plus 2 times 0.8 gives me 1.6 x squared, plus 0.8 times 0.8 is 0.64. All right, let's look at another one. Yes, there's going to be some fractions in this homework. Don't panic, just remember our fraction rules. Okay, if I go back here, my magic rule, a minus b squared is a squared minus 2 times a times b plus b squared. Oops, was that our? Nope, there it is. All right, so let's do this. So a squared plus 2, oh, nope, minus 2 times a times b plus b squared. A is equal to y, b is equal to 2/3. So I have y squared minus 2 times y times 2/3 plus 2/3 squared. Okay, I'm going to make that a fraction to help my multiplication. So y square it becomes y squared. So here I'm going to deal with the fractions. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3, so it's 4/3 y. Plus, here I'm going to square it. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. Not too bad. All right. Ooh, another one. So again, my magic rule is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. A is equal to 8x to the 4th, and b is equal to 7. So here I would have 8x to the 4th squared minus 2 times 8x to the 4th times 7 plus 7 squared. Okay, when I square this first term, don't forget, this is a big mistake. Often you will see that you forget to square this variable. So don't forget 8 is squared. 8 times 8 is 64. And then a power to a power, we multiply. So 4 times 2 is 8, so it's x to the 8th. Okay, 2 times 8 is 16. 16 times 7 is 112. So I have 112, 112 x to the 4th plus 49. Okay. And these almost look the exact same, don't they? The only difference now is I have that plus and I have that minus. So if I come and look at my special rules, I can see if I have a plus b times a minus b, I just get a squared minus b squared. Okay, so I need a squared minus b squared. What's my a? A is equal to x. B is equal to 7. So I would have x squared minus 7 squared. So that is x squared minus 49. Okay. Ooh, here's another 3 minus 7x and 3 plus 7x. So again, this tells you special rule. And you can always FOIL this. Don't get me wrong, you can always FOIL this, but try practicing these special rules. So that tells you it's a squared minus b squared. Your a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 7x. So I have 3 squared minus 7x squared. 3 squared is 9 minus 7 times 7 is 49 x squared. Okay, so just try practicing these special rules. Give me an email if you have any questions or ask me in class.